What's happening, YouTube? Welcome back. So, here's my thoughts on the whole Joe Rogan thing. I'm not a meathead. I'm not, an educated person or whatever. So this is just coming from an average dude that just, likes to listen to the podcast.
Hello, friends. I wanted to make a video to address some of the controversy that's been going on over the past few days. And first of all, to say thank you to everyone that sent love and support. I truly, truly appreciate it. And it's been very nice to hear from you. I wanted to make this video, first of all, because I think there's a lot of people that have a distorted perception of what I do, maybe based on sound bites or based on headlines of articles that are disparaging. The podcast has been accused of spreading dangerous misinformation, specifically about 2 episodes, a little bit about some other ones, but specifically about 2. One with Dr. Peter McCullough and one with Dr. Robert Malone. Dr. Peter McCullough is a cardiologist, and he is the most published physician in his field in history. Dr. Robert Malone owns 9 patents on the creation of mRNA vaccine technology and is at least partially responsible for the creation of the technology that led to mRNA vaccines. Both these people are very highly credentialed, very intelligent, very accomplished people, and they have an opinion that's different from the mainstream narrative. I wanted to hear what their opinion is. I had them on, and because of that, those episodes in particular, those episodes were labeled as being dangerous. They had dangerous misinformation in them. The problem I have with the term misinformation, especially today, is that many of the things that we thought of as misinformation just a short while ago are now accepted as fact. Like, for instance, 8 months ago, if you said, if you get vaccinated, you can still catch COVID and you can still spread COVID, you would be removed from social media. They would ban you from certain platforms. Now, that's accepted as fact. If you said, I don't think cloth masks work, you would be banned from social media. Now, that's openly and repeatedly stated on CNN. If you said, I think it's possible that COVID-19 came from a lab, you'd be banned from many social media platforms. Now, that's on the cover of Newsweek. All of those theories that at one point in time were banned were openly discussed by those 2 men that I had on my podcast that have been accused of dangerous misinformation. I do not know if they're right. I don't know, because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist. I'm just a person who sits down and talks to people and has conversations with them. Do I get things wrong? Absolutely, I get things wrong, but I try to correct them. Whenever I get something wrong, I try to correct it because I'm interested in telling the truth. I'm interested in finding out what the truth is. And I'm interested in having interesting conversations with people that have differing opinions. I'm not interested in only talking to people that have one perspective. That's one of the reasons why I had Sanjay Gupta on, Dr. Sanjay Gupta, who I respect very much, and I really enjoyed our conversation together. He has a different opinion than those men do. I had Dr. Michael Osterholm on at the very beginning of the pandemic. He is on President Biden's COVID-19 advisory board. I had Dr. Peter Hotez on, who is a vaccine expert. I'm interested in finding out what is correct, and I'm also finding out how people come to these conclusions and what the facts are. Now, because of this controversy, and I'm sure there's a lot of other things going on behind the scenes with these controversies, but Neil Young has removed his music from the platform of Spotify, and Joni Mitchell, and apparently some other people want to as well. I'm very sorry that they feel that way. I most certainly don't want that. I'm a Neil Young fan. I've always been a Neil Young fan. I'll tell you a story at the end of this about that. One of the things that Spotify wants to do that I agree with is that at the beginning of these controversial podcasts, like specifically ones about COVID, is to put a disclaimer and say that you should speak with your physician and that these people and the opinions that they express are contrary to the opinions of the consensus of experts, which I think is very important. Sure, have that on there. I'm very happy with that. Also, I think if there's anything that I've done that I could do better is have more experts with differing opinions right after I have the controversial ones. I would most certainly be open to doing that. And I would like to talk to some people that have differing opinions on those podcasts in the future. We'll see. I do all the scheduling myself, and I don't always get it right. These podcasts are very strange because they're just conversations. And oftentimes I have no idea what I'm going to talk about until I sit down and talk to people. And that's why some of my ideas are not that prepared or fleshed out, because I'm literally having them in real time. But I do my best, and they're just conversations. And I think that's also the appeal of the show. It's one of the things that makes it interesting. So I want to thank Spotify for being so supportive during this time. And I'm very sorry that this is happening to them and that they're taking so much heat from it. And so now the Neil Young story. When I first of all, I'm not mad at Neil Young. I'm a huge Neil Young fan. I've always been a Neil Young fan. When I was 19, I was a security guard at a place called Great Woods in Mansfield, Massachusetts. It's an outdoor concert amphitheater, and Neil Young was playing there. And that was the last day I worked there. I quit during the Neil Young concert. The job was kind of crazy because there was a lot of times it was fights broke out and stuff. And I think I probably got there was a lot.
And I hope Joe Rogan watches this. I hope he does. I hope it gets shared. I hope he gets some watches. You know, they were talking about how to get rid of this guy. Why? Why do you want to get rid of him so badly? So, I was watching Breaking Point made a very good point, excuse the pun, on this. And what they say, you know, it was CNN and all of that. CNN, you can go fly in your monkey. Yous are useless. Nobody in my age group or younger listens to yous. Talk about false news and, you know, spreading misinformation. Yous are the biggest culprits of them all. How many of you people have been sacked now and fired and stuff for doing miscellaneous things behind the camera? So don't even start. I won't even get into that. So they made a good point. Here's the video clip here.
And they recently had a panel on CNN, which really gives away the entire game about why they hate Rogan so much in the first place. Let's take a listen.
Kat, you wrote on Twitter about Spotify. You went viral for a comment about it yesterday. Tell us your point of view first about this Spotify mess, because it's really dominated the week.
Yeah, you know, what I think is interesting about the backlash against Spotify vis-a-vis Joe Rogan is that people are fundamentally angry about not being able to stop his audience from wanting news that is bad for them, wanting something that's bad for them. So, we're all haunted by the specter of this guy who's listening to Joe Rogan and internalizing this bad information and making bad choices as a result. But
bad information, bad choices as a result. Who are you to decide what bad information is?
So, who is she? Who is this woman to decide, even if it was a man? Who is this person to decide that this is bad for us? But we are not allowed to decide on our own if that's bad or not. You're not my mother. CNN, New York Times, yous are not my parents. Yous don't tell me what I'm allowed to listen to and what I'm not allowed to listen to. I have to listen to yous, but I can't go somewhere else and listen to any of this other stuff. Why not? Why am I not allowed to? What are yous so afraid of that we're not allowed to go educate ourselves? Do you know what it feels? Remember in the old days, yeah? This is what the far left and all of this and mainstream media feels like to me. In the good old days, yeah? Not even good, but in the old days, people weren't allowed to read books except for the highly elite. Because if the masses and the poor people learned how to read, it would give them power. So they weren't allowed to read. Yeah, we're going far back now. You weren't allowed to read a book or learn how to read a book because that would mean you become educated. So mainstream media has been like that now. They've been like those people were back in those days where they can read, but the general population can't read, are not supposed to read because it gives them knowledge. Joe Rogan is our book, yeah, and he's teaching us how to read. I don't agree with everything he says, but that's my choice. I fell on him watching Bill Burr. Then saw Bill Burr on Joe Rogan. What's Joe Rogan? Let's go into that. So I started watching Joe Rogan. And I watched this episode and that episode and the next episode. So I work nights. So I put on Joe Rogan and basically go through the whole night. I've watched a ton of his stuff. From Joey Diaz to Jordan Peterson to Tim Dillon. That's how I discovered Andrew Schultz, Tim Dillon, Brian Callen, Brendan Sharp. I watched with Kevin Hart when he had Tony Hawk. I watched all of it. He's got a variety. And because he had a couple of doctors on now, you're all losing your shit. And, the people can't hear this. Why can't we hear it? Who are you to decide what we can hear and can't? You're already starting on YouTube, Twitter, all that crap. We use our banding stuff, and I can justify if it is physical hate, pain towards somebody, racism, anything like that. If you physically going out of your way, straight out your mouth, blah 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 blah, preaching, I can understand. Everything else should be fair game. But no, can't have that, because then the masses get educated and then they come after us. We're not coming after you. We're not fucking animals. If I'm saying, this is what mainstream media is like. If you got two cars that crash into each other and the people survive, yeah, both people will climb out of the car and the reporters will be there. They will only talk to one car and get one side of the story. This is what happened. Yeah, but what about this guy's story? No, we're not worried about him. We got the story from this person. Yeah, but what about this person? He was also in the car crash. He was in the other car. Yeah, but no, we need to censor him. He mustn't be allowed to talk. We only want this side of the car crash. Yeah, but two cars were involved. No, can't have it. Can't have it. It's fucking bullshit. Yeah? It's complete bullshit. Why? What are you so afraid of everybody finding out? And you know what's the best part, yeah? Mr. Joe Rogan. I probably speak for a lot of us. Or with a lot of us. We are a fan. We need what you represent and bring. Joe Rogan, we need you in our lives. This is not what you expected, but this is what happened. And you've become, an ideal part of some of our lives. We like to hear. We like to listen. We like to learn. All of you are saying, oh, Joe Rogan tells you to do this. No, the only thing he has ever told us to do is take vitamins, look after yourself, and exercise. That's all he's ever said that you must do. Nothing else. Exercise, take vitamins, look after yourself. That's all he's... that's it. He has never... You must this and you must that and you must... No. He's never... All this BS that you're spreading, or trying to spread, with your 800,000 views. Ooh. Come on, man. Bunch of pussies. That's all that what you are. Why not? I'm telling you now. Yeah? And I probably speak from... And a lot of people will agree with me. Spotify, don't bend the knee to these idiots. Don't bend the knee to them. They think they are educated. Oh, I went to Harvard. I went here. I went to Yale. You're uneducated. You're fucking brainwashed. And that's your problem. You're all brainwashed. Spotify, don't bend the knee. Rogan, dude, you stand your ground. Stand your ground. And I tell you what, if Spotify decides to kick you off, no matter where you go, we will follow. So if you want to start your own media company with Elon Musk or whatever, your own platform, you just let us know when. You just let us know when, and we will be subscribing straight away. We will do it. All these idiots things that they're gonna hide you under a carpet somewhere, just brush you under the carpet. Let's just keep him away from all the people. No, doesn't work like that. The harder you try and press down on our necks, the more we're gonna start resenting, and the more we're gonna start pushing back. Keep on pushing. Keep on pushing us and trying to silence us and not let us educate ourselves. If I want to read this book, if I want to read that book, you have no fucking say in it. It is not your choice. It is mine. My choice. If I want to listen to Joe Rogan, I listen to Joe Rogan. If I want to listen to Robert Peterson, I'll listen to Robert Peterson. If I want to put on Fox News, I'll put on Fox News. If I want to watch you on CNN, I will watch you on CNN. It is my choice, not yours. So if you think you're the high elite and you're going to keep me from learning how to read my book, think again, because I will read. One way or another, I will read that book, and you cannot stop it. Carry on pushing us. The mass is getting tired. You're tightening that rope and tightening that rope and tightening that rope on our hands. Yeah? We're going to break free eventually. And then we've had enough. Then, what then? What then? Eh? And this is not a call to violence or anything like that. No, anything but. But you're always saying we have the right to educate ourselves. We have the right to learn things. We have the right. So that's what we're doing. But you don't like it when it's not your book. Because we're only allowed to read your book the way you've written it. But I like how this author's done it. No, can't do that. Can't. Carry on. You're just pissing off 90% of the people. How many fans has this guy got? How many followers has this guy got? I'm not just talking about it. I'm talking about how many people watch him. And listen, we don't all take it to heart. We all don't go running around. No. Listen to a 3-hour, 4-hour episode. Yeah. Few things I agreed with, few things I don't. I move on. But you are so jealous because you are dropping more and more into your little shithole of mainstream little nutbags that just you're idiots. You're fucking idiots. That's all you are. I'll see how long this video stays up. So I apologize for my swearing, but enough's enough now, man. Enough is enough. Spotify, if you even watch this, please don't bend the knee. Don't bend the knee. Don't. You're not an American big tech company. Don't do like the rest of them have done. Twitter and and Facebook and YouTube and all that, where 6 months ago you could say something, you'll get banned off the fucking all social media, but now you can say it because it's been proven. Why? Who gives you the right? Nobody does. It's your own fucking choices, that's why. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys watched or enjoyed and hopefully agree with me or anything. I hope, Mr. Joe Rogan, I hope you see this. And I might come across as a little bit of a crazy, and I do apologize, but I'm just a normal guy. I work 12-hour nights. I do a 5-day a week. I do my best to try and stay semi-healthy. I'm a tall, skinny guy. I'm not a big muscle meathead. I do my best, and I just thank you. Thank you for everything that you've shown on your podcast. The hunting, the theory on Earth about 12,500 years ago, and the massive flood and the UFO stuff and all the comics you showed on there. Miss Pat is hilarious. I've never heard of the woman until I saw her on your show. Now I'm a fan. It's just, thank you. I hope he watches. And I hope, don't give up on us. We are supporting you. I'm going to start I'm going to start a hashtag. I support Joe Rogan. Yeah. Because where you go, you let me know. Spotify, I wouldn't even have been on your side if it wasn't for him. But if you kick him off, I go with him. Unfortunately. Sorry for yous. I enjoy your stuff, but... And Prince Harry? Really? Dude? You and your wife? Pfft. Shut up. Shut up. Just shut up. I'm gonna leave Spotify. I'm gonna leave Spotify because shut up, dude. Shut up. You are so far out of touch with everything. With your $25 million deal, your fucking mansion, your wife flying around in private jets. Oh, I'm gonna save the environment, but flying a private jet to go to a party. Shut up. Shut up. We're not interested. You used to be shit hot and awesome and cool and stood for the right things. Now, that's all I hear when you talk. Shut up, man. I don't want to be in the limelight. You're always in the limelight. Shut up, man. Dude. Take a page out of your brother's book for a change. Sit back, watch. I think I've ranted for long enough. It's just, yeah. Enough's enough now. Enough's enough. I didn't even want to make this video. I've been sitting on this for about a week. And I was like, no. And now I just see it's carrying on more and fucking more. And they're climbing on the dude's back for more and more. Because he's all jealous because he gets more views. More views and views put together. Why? Because he talks to both people in the car crash. Back to my other example. He speaks to this car and that car. You only choose one of the cars. That is your problem. You just don't bring it from both sides. You can still be objective and whatever and your narrative and all that, but at least show us both cars. Watch your views climb up then. Because people will start being like, hey, they're bringing both sides of the story. Wow. But you just don't. You's always fucking just one side. Thank you for watching. I hope you share this video. I hope you... Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. If you're watching this, let me know in the comments if you agree or not agree. Let me know. I do appreciate it. I support Joe Rogan. And no matter where you move, I'll move with you. I'll go into any platform. If it's new, I don't care. You just let us know when, and we'll be on it with you. You have my loyalty in that because you give me both sides of the coin. Thank you. Sorry for my ranting. Come on, a bit crazy. But yeah. Appreciate. Thanks for watching. See you later, YouTube.